Hello, YouTubers. Doom143. I know, right? It's been a while. Um, and the reason it's been a while for me to make a comic book haul is because I've been waiting for this one book. It's going to be in here. I'm sure it's in the pictures that I titled the book under. But there's this one book, Super Stealth Buy. Actually, I've gotten a lot of stealth buys, and I've been actually able to pick up a lot of not just key issues, not just hard to find, but just a lot of stuff. And I've been super stoked. And I finally found, I guess, the stuff that I've been loving to collect. And I'm not bothered by any of the speculations that's going on. I'm not bothered by any of the rumors or anything. I've been really able to collect just the way that I've been loving to collect. And I think I'm having a better time collecting now. So I'm going at my own pace and just really loving it. So really getting back into comic collecting, but in a way that it's much more enjoyable. And I got a huge stack here. Can't wait. Let's just get into the haul real quick. We're going to start off with stuff that I got from SkeletonComics.com. Angie does a great job there. Of course, I got to give props to Art Chemist. He's the one that introduced me to them. But at the end of the day, it's all about his wife, Angie, and they've done a phenomenal job. They've always got great stuff. If you're not able to find books really at like Midtown Comics or anything where you normally go, check out SkeletonComics.com. They got some great stuff. So some of the stuff that came in, I'm sure you saw the Venom trailer. If not, go ahead, watch it. It was pretty cool. But of course, we saw Carnage in it. And ironically, I got these books in. It's a Carnage Black, White, and Blood. Finally got these In-Hyuk Lee variants to come in this week. Super stoked on having them. I love In-Hyuk Lee. Probably one of the best Korean artists out there. Probably one of the better artists that came out more recently anyway. There's been a bunch, Stephanie Hans and whatever. This is the Aliens 2 variant. Had to pick this up when I saw it. It was a pre-order. That's why it took so long to come in. Sorry about that. Not too sure where this came from, but I got this Empire Strike Back's book. I may have gotten this because I picked this next book up. This is the Star Wars Insider. I'm a huge fan of graffiti art, street art. And as soon as I saw the Star Wars Insider, I was like, yo, this is totally up my alley. Had to pick this up. Super stoked on having this one. Other books that I picked up on Skeleton Comics was, I'm sure you guys remember, but Aliens came out. And there was like a whole bunch of variants. One of my personal favorites was the Peach Momoko variant. I know Joker M21 makes fun of me, thinking that was like the main one. But you know what? She reminds me so much of David Mack. I'm a huge David Mack fan, and I love her watercolor. I love her art, and I don't really love everything that she does, but this particular Alien book, super stoked on having it. And of course, I just picked up the Aliens #1, just a regular variant. So super stoked on having this as well. So yeah, those are the books that I got from Skeleton Comics. Again, hopefully I'm smart enough and I remember to leave their link in the description below. Great website, great books, great people, great packaging, great shipping. And there's a bunch of discount codes. I think the New York Warriors has a code, THORO has a code, East Meets West. All these people have codes with them, so you can get like 10% off or some kind of discount and stuff. All right, so one of the cool things that happened within the past couple of weeks is I got to meet Manny NYC. So Manny came down to Hawaii, him and his wife, and they came for a vacation. It was cool. I got to actually spend like a couple of days with Manny. And so on one of the days that we got to spend together, we actually went golfing. I kind of forced him into it, but we went golfing with me and my wife. And the other thing we did was we went to a couple of comic shops. One of the comic shops we went to was here in Hawaii. For you people that don't know, I live here in Hawaii. But one of the comic shops we went to, I was able to find this, King Thor #4. It was just a cool little variant. I found Royals #2, the Adi Granoff variant. But one of the books that I was able to pick up wasn't even something I was looking for. Actually, Manny was digging in the back issue bins, and he actually found this. So Giant Size Chiller, I think it's number 1. Yeah, special issue number 1, first appearance of Lilith. Obviously, it's got its issues and whatnot. It's not the 9.8 that we all love and desire. But he was asking me if I wanted it, and I'm a sucker for first appearances. I love first appearances. I love key issues. And this was there in the back issue bin. He gave it to me, asked me if I wanted it, so I was like, yeah, totally. Of course I want a first appearance. So first appearance of Lilith. As far as speculation-wise, I don't really see anything down the road. You never know, but super stoked on having this. One of the comic shops I actually took Manny to, we actually didn't get anything, but I went back to the comic shop during the weekend. And the main guy that takes care of all the comics in that comic shop was actually there. His name is Kevin. So Kevin was there, and he's all like, yo, I just came across a bunch of books. You want to check them out? And I'm like, yeah, of course. So I'm like, show me what you got. So he showed me 2 or 3 short boxes, and I found some cool stuff. One of the cool stuffs I was able to find was this whole Annihilation run of Silver Surfer. Just a bunch of great Gabriel Delato covers. I was able to find one. I think this is number 2. Yeah. Number 2, just a really sick Gabriel Delato stuff. Number 3. And I was able to find number 4. So you had the whole set. I got it super cheap. I think this whole set goes for like probably $20. But yeah, I was able to find all 4. I mean, you put Gabriel Delato and you put Silver Surfer together. Of course, I'm going to buy it. It's like no brainer, right? He also had Black Panther number 1. This is a first appearance as well. I keep forgetting their names. They're the Black Panther warriors, the Guardians. I want to say it starts with a D. I keep forgetting their names, but anyway, first appearance in here. This is I think it's part of the Marvel Knight series, Black Panther number 1, and I think I got it for like $3, which is actually right now a stealth buy with the whole Black Panther, with the whole Winter Soldier thing going on. That book has actually slowly creeped up. Super stoked to have it. Actually, speaking of the whole Winter Soldier Falcon thing that happened, I was actually able to find this book for $3. This is Black Panther number 4. This was a hot book back in the day. This is the whole first appearance of the White Wolf, which was actually what they called the Winter Soldier. So super stoked at finding this one, $3 to $4. Again, Black Panther number 4. Super stoked. He also had a couple of these in there. I don't think he knew what these were. This was Avengers Initiative. This is the annual number 1. Again, I think this book has slowly taken down, but initially it was kind of like it's kind of going up. It had to do with the whole new power broker kind of thing. During the whole Winter Soldier Falcon TV series, this book was actually gaining a little bit of heat, all because of the whole power broker thing. So this is like the new first appearance of power broker, but it's like a new power broker. So here you go, Avengers the Initiative annual. This is the annual number 1, and yeah, he had a couple of these, so had to pick them up. They're super cheap, so I figured, what the hell, why not? Found this one for $5. I thought it was just a cool book. So this one is Incredible Hulk 372. So this is actually when the Green Hulk came back. So there was a time period where there was actually only the Gray Hulk. And then from the Gray Hulk, it went to the Green Hulk. Well, this is where the Green Hulk comes back. This is issue 372. Super stoked on finding that one. Again, I think that one was like $5. This is another $5 book. Super happy to have this one. First appearance of Thalos. I think you guys may have remember him from the Captain Marvel movie. So this is Hulk 413. This book a while back was actually gaining a lot of heat. But these are one of those books that I really didn't want to pick up during the whole time when everything was going crazy. I figured, you know what, I'll give it some time. This is actually the variant where there's actually a cutout and whatnot, because the actual cover on the inside is actually different. But so this is actually quote unquote kind of like a variant, but super stoked on having this one. Again, Hulk for, what is it, 415? 418. 418, first appearance of Thalos. Happy to have this one. Yeah, he had a lot of great books. And we're actually still going through them. We haven't even actually got to the good stuff yet. But I'll show you one Greg Horn cover. Of course, anytime I can find a Marvel stuff, I'll always pick it up. So I found this one. I think he had it for $5. I was like, yeah, I'm going to pick this one up. This is one of those covers that just goes for money just simply for the cover. Well, sorry, one of those books that goes for money simply for the cover. So, yeah, I had to pick this one up. You can see why it goes for money. But, yeah, picked it up. Now we're getting to the better stuff that he had in his store. So the first thing he had, and this is a newsstand, was a Spider-Man 365. You can tell the newsstand right here. First appearance of Spider-Man 2099. I honestly feel this will become something big down the future, and I'm still trying to pick these up as much as I can. If I can get the newsstand, even better. You got to watch out if you buy this book. There is a poster inside. You want to make sure that the poster is inside of it. But yeah, first appearance of Spider-Man 2099, and super stoked. But I think these that book, and then the next, actually, you know what? Actually, all the books that I'm showing you, starting from, I think, the Black Panther, up until the next 3 books I'm about to show you, $200. So really good stuff buy on that. Like really, really great deal on that. So here's the next one. So I got 3 more books. Now you gotta remember, these next 3 books, plus all of those books up until the Black Panther, $200. So really good deal. Really good deal. So the next book she sold to me, Iron Fist #1. Yeah, it's not his first appearance. It's his first series, but it's not the best cover, but for some reason, it's kind of an iconic cover. Everybody knows this. Everybody knows that Iron Fist #1. There's a lot of hype that potentially Iron Fist could happen in the whole Shang-Chi movie. We'll see. Not too sure, but really happy to have this. I've actually always wanted this. I think I found one a while ago, super cheap, but it wasn't in this condition. So super happy to have this one. The next book I think is super under the radar. It was big at one time. It was big for some reason when the whole Fantastic Four thing was going crazy, but it kind of died off. And I think people forgot about Franklin Richard. And we're starting to see the kids actually, not just the kids, but, you know, I guess teenagers that look like the original characters. For example, Miles Morales, Kamala Khan, Sam Alexander, right? So these people are like remakes of the originals, but they're like the kid version. And I think one of the things that people forgot about was actually Franklin Richard, but not just Franklin Richard, by Annihilus. So this is Fantastic Four King Size Special. 2 great first appearances. I think this is a hot book that people need to start looking out after. And this is definitely something I had to pick up. He had a great price on it. Like I said, I got all of it for $200. So to include this book, I was really, really stoked on it. Super happy to have this. But the big book that I got from him out of all of that was a book that I've wanted to own, but I didn't want to buy it when the whole hype initially came out. And that's this, Marvel Previews #4, first appearance of Star-Lord. I just had to get it. I just had to get it because I feel like Star-Lord is such a huge deal in the MCU. And he's one of the most favorite characters that they have in the MCU. People love Star-Lord in anything. And yeah, so I wanted to wait, make sure that the whole hype died down. I thought it'd be a good time right now and pick this up. Marvel Previews #4, first appearance of Starlight. So super stoked. Great condition. I mean, just look at everything. It's just a beautiful book, and just happy to have it. So more stuff. We're not even close to being done. We're going to be talking about some hard to find Witchblade stuff coming up, but I did make some eBay purchases, of course, and I found some really cool stuff. One of the things I found, I just bought this simply for the cover, was Elektra #1. And again, just bought it simply for the cover. This is a variant. Absolutely love this cover. Just think it's sick. Just really had to get this. I think I got it for the super cheap. Had to buy it. I showed this a while ago on the East Meets West channel, but just have to show it again. Ghost Rider #1. I think when it comes to variants and Ghost Rider, I mean, I think Ghost Rider has some of the best variants out there. I mean, there's just so many things they can do with the character, and this is one that I saw. It doesn't go for that much. I just had to pick it up. Super stoked on having this one. Next book I actually saw on Instagram. Now, when I saw it on Instagram, I was like, yo, I gotta pick this book up. I saw it on eBay, and I picked one up. But ever since I picked it up, I've never actually seen another book appear on eBay. So I'm starting to think that this book might be a little harder to find now than it was before. But this is a lady that, this is, I think it's called The Rise of Fear or something like that. This is a variant. I think there's only 3,000 copies of these. And yeah, I mean, it's a great cover. I love the purples, the blacks, the whites. And yeah, it's a little sexy, but definitely something I had to pick up. And now you can't find this. They're nowhere. They're not listed. You can't find these things. And they're probably going anywhere between $30 to $50 just for one copy. So I'm glad I picked it up. Whoever you were on IG, thank you for showing it. You're the reason why I picked this up. And yeah, now I can't find it. Really stoked on finding just hard to find stuff. And we're getting really close to a book that I've been searching for, and I'm so stoked to have it. But before we get to that book, let's just look at this. So we were talking about Ben Oliver on the East Meets West, and I had to pick myself up this book. I just thought it was a cool book. I had to pick it up. It's got that Adam Hughes kind of vibe to it, but we're talking about... we have this segment in our show called Respected But Not Collected. Ben Oliver came up. We searched through some of the stuff that he had, and this was one of them. And yeah, definitely stoked to have this one. All right. So one of my newest things that I've been enjoying collecting is just really hard to find stuff. It doesn't have to be like Spider-Man or Superman or anything crazy. It can just be really hard to find stuff. So one of the things I found not too long ago was a Vampirella book that was done by J. Scott Campbell. And I think it was on my last video. And I couldn't believe I found it. Well, not only did I find another book, but it was also a stealth buy. So this book right now, I think people are asking $900, $800. I think there's one book on eBay. The guy's starting bid is $200. I was able to get this book for $100. It took some time because it came all the way from Europe. But this is Masters of the Universe #8. There is only 500 copies of this, and I'm one of those 500 people. So it's not in the 9.8 condition. It's probably around about a 9.2 condition. But this book right here, I've been searching for. I'm a huge Masters of the Universe. I'm a huge G.I. Joe Transformers guy. But I'm really trying to find stuff that is really either under the radar or just hard to find. And this book popped up, and I got it for $100. And really, really, really stoked to have this. It even came with a COA. I think this is number 212 out of 500. So yeah, really, really happy to have this in my collection. And yeah, just kind of ticking off all of those hard to find stuff. So really, really stoked. All right, so speaking of hard to find, I was actually I'm actually sorry about that. I don't know what that is. I was actually able to find a couple of things from Aphrodite and a Witchblade. And if that background noise irritates you, I'm so sorry. So one of the things I was able to find was Aphrodite #1, just a really hard to find variant. I found this one, just a David Finch, and I found the Wizard #0. Again, just a really hard find, a really hard book to find. Super stoked on having this. And I bought it in a collection of other Aphrodite books, and these two was in it, so paid the price. I didn't really care too much about the other books, but those two books right here, really not easy to find books, and super stoked on having them. So just like the Aphrodite books, I was actually able to find a bunch of Witchblade books in one collection. So the guy asked me for like $150 or best offer. I just paid him. And he just had a bunch of just rare Witchblade stuff that is just like either 500 or 1,000 or just not too much more than that. And I had to pick them up. So we'll go through them right now. And so we talked about this on the East Meets West, where I just slightly was just letting everybody know that you might not be into Witchblade, but some of these books are so rare that if you do find them and you're able to flip them, you might be able to make a profit enough for you to buy exactly something that you might quite enjoy. So I'll go through some of the stuff that I was able to find. I found this Witchblade Dark Side. This is the, I think this is the Wizard World. Yeah, no, sorry. Dynamic Forces gold variant. These are limited to 2,000 copies. I was able to find this one in that whole set of books. Like I said, I just bought one, I guess, I don't know if you want to call it collection or lot. Yeah, I bought a lot. There you go. I bought a lot. A lot of books in a lot. I was able to find this Witchblade 100 again with the gold variant. I think this book alone, people are asking for $40. This was done, this looks like David Finch. I'm not too sure who it was, but damn if that doesn't look like David Finch. Again, the gold variant, able to find that. Witchblade 42, red foil variant. Again, a book that's just really low printed, really hard to find. Super stoked on having this one. Within that lot, there was actually a couple of convention exclusive, which are limited 500. There was this one. Yeah, so limited to 500. It's one of those J Company Top Cow variant stuff. Again, these books not really out there. Could fetch around $40-$50. This one was signed. This is a Tomb Raider and Witchblade book. Super stoked on having this one. One that he had in that lot that I was really happy about was this Wolverine Witchblade. Again, with the gold foil variant. That gold foil variant makes a huge difference in the price. If you can find these things, this one is exclusive to 5,000 copies. Not a lot, again, out there. Really happy to have this one. This was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. This is that Demi Moore homage that they did. This is Firstborn #1. I'll get to that one last. What else is there? A couple of other books. We have this Witchblade #14, again with the gold foil variant. And last but not least was this Witchblade #76. It's an error variant. Inside of this book is actually a book called Wanted #4. So the cover is totally different from the interior. And this book alone, people are asking about $300 just for this book. And sometimes you can fetch up to 200. So I bought the whole lot for about $150, but this book alone was in there. Again, super stoked on having it. First and foremost, there's only like 100 of these in the first place, but this was an error. So yeah, that was pretty much my haul. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you got to see all the books. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Let me know, what was your favorite comic book that you saw in this haul. Don't forget to give a thumbs up and a like and subscribe and all that stuff. And don't forget to check out the East Meets West podcast. Usually every Sundays around 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we get to talk about just really a lot of great stuff. A lot of great information. Always have to do with comics or anything pop related. And that's about it. All right. Shoots and mahalos.